Welcome back, Madridistas, to the match review on InsideRMCF. This episode features the just-ended match between Real Madrid and Las Palmas. We bringing you observations, concerns and the post-match press by Carlo Ancelotti. Stay tuned as we unravel all you need to know. Please, there's a match preview on this game. Check it out on the channel page. Another tough night for Real Madrid as they continue to struggle in La Liga. With just one win out of 3 games, the pressure is mounting on Carlo Ancelotti and his squad. We'll dive into the key takeaways from their 1-1 draw against Las Palmas, where Vinicius Jr.'s penalty saved Los Blancos from an embarrassing defeat. Reaction: Real Madrid's struggles continue as they were held to a 1-1 draw by Las Palmas, in what can only be described as another underwhelming performance. With Jude Bellingham sidelined due to injury, the spotlight was on the veterans and new signings to step up. Unfortunately, the team fell short once again, leaving fans and pundits concerned about their form in La Liga. Real Madrid's first half was nothing short of disastrous. With Luka Modric returning to the lineup as captain in Jude Bellingham's absence, alongside Brahim Diaz and Kylian Mbappe, there were high hopes for a strong showing. However, the team looked completely disjointed, with a broken system that Las Palmas took full advantage of. The hosts opened the scoring with a well-taken goal by Alberto Molero, and honestly, it could have been worse. Fede Valverde's close-range free kick and Antonio Rudiger's speculative strike were the only moments of note for Madrid. Las Palmas, with Castilla graduates Marvin Park and Javi Munoz in their ranks, looked more dangerous and could have doubled their lead if not for a missed opportunity by Oli McBurney. Going into halftime 1-0 down, Real Madrid had a lot of work to do. Second half, no real improvement. Coming out for the second half, you'd expect a reaction from Real Madrid, but that simply didn't happen. The majority of the players remained off pace, and creativity was sorely lacking. Las Palmas continued to pose a threat, and it wasn't until Kylian Mbappe finally tested the goalkeeper that Madrid showed any signs of life. However, even that was short-lived. The game's only real turning point came when Madrid were awarded a penalty for a handball close to goal. Vinicius Jr. stepped up and converted the spot kick, giving Madrid an undeserved lifeline. But rather than igniting a comeback, the game returned to its sluggish pace, with chances few and far between. The match didn't pick up until the closing stages when substitute Endrick missed a golden opportunity, firing over the target. Las Palmas thought they had secured all 3 points with a late goal, but it was correctly ruled out for offside. In the dying moments, Marvin Park almost scored a dramatic winner against his former club, but he couldn't quite reach the ball. The final whistle blew at 1-1, and Real Madrid were fortunate to leave with a point. It was another poor showing, and the cracks in this team are becoming more and more apparent. In conclusion, this was a game that Real Madrid should have dominated, but instead, they were lucky to escape with a draw. With Bellingham out, it was clear that the team lacked leadership and creativity, and the rest of the squad needs to step up in his absence. As the season progresses, these lackluster performances can't continue if Madrid hopes to challenge for the title. Now let's shift gears to the observations made during the game. First up, let's talk about the ongoing issue with Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe. These two are supposed to be the dynamic duo leading Madrid's attack, but instead, it feels like we're watching two solo acts. Vinicius may have scored the penalty, but his overall performance was disappointing. Mbappe, on the other hand, was just as lackluster. What could the problem be? They seem more focused on outshining each other rather than working together. This isn't just about getting used to each other's playing style, it's about playing as a team. The chemistry we saw in the preseason against Atalanta has disappeared, and it's hurting Madrid's attacking rhythm. If this continues, Real Madrid will struggle to find their form. Next, let's address Aurelien Tchouaméni's shaky start to the season. Tchouaméni is usually a reliable figure in the midfield, but these last 3 games have been some of his worst in a Real Madrid shirt. He seems off the pace, his passes lack purpose, he's slow to react, and he's not exerting the same defensive presence we're used to. Sure, part of this could be down to fitness or adjusting to life without Toni Kroos by his side, but the reality is that Tchouaméni's role is too crucial for him to be underperforming. Statistically, he's hitting career highs in some areas, but the quality of his play isn't matching up. The leash is getting shorter, and with Camavinga out, Madrid needs Tchouaméni to step up fast. One of the few bright spots in this disappointing draw was Arda Güler. In his limited time on the pitch, Güler showed why he should be starting, especially with Jude Bellingham out. He created 2 big chances in just 30 minutes and had 3 key passes, second only to Modric and Valverde. Güler's technical ability and vision are exactly what Madrid's midfield needs right now. He's eager to make things happen, which is something sorely lacking in this team without Bellingham and Camavinga. Starting Güler could provide the creativity and balance that Madrid desperately needs in these challenging times. Now to the post-match press conference. Carlo Ancelotti has addressed the media following Real Madrid's disappointing 1-1 draw against Las Palmas, shedding light on the challenges his team is currently facing. With just 1 win in their first 3 La Liga games, the pressure is mounting, and Ancelotti has taken full responsibility for finding a solution to the team's issues. Ancelotti on lack of solidity. Ancelotti didn't mince words when discussing Real Madrid's lack of solidity this season. He acknowledged that the team is struggling to find the defensive and structural stability that was a hallmark of their success last year. Despite the tight schedule, he emphasized that excuses won't cut it. Ancelotti knows that time is of the essence, with another match looming on Sunday, and he has vowed to be clearer in his strategic approach. It's evident that these first few games have exposed significant problems within the squad, and Ancelotti is aware that these issues need immediate attention. Ancelotti on first-half performance. Reflecting on the first half against Las Palmas, Ancelotti admitted that it was a poor showing. He highlighted the team's struggles in finding opportunities, regaining possession, and maintaining balance on the pitch. These were issues that also plagued them against Mallorca. Ancelotti's frustration was palpable as he discussed the need for a quick solution, recognizing that this is becoming a recurring problem. Ancelotti on identifying the problem. When asked about the root of the problem, Ancelotti provided a clear analysis. He pointed out that the team's play is too slow, with little movement off the ball, making it difficult for the forwards to find space, especially when the opposition is well organized defensively. The lack of fluidity and sharpness in their build-up play is a major concern, and Ancelotti acknowledged that the team is struggling to find spaces between the lines, which is a crucial aspect of their attacking strategy. Ancelotti also touched on the team's off-ball issues, particularly the distance between the lines. While he praised the team's high pressing, he noted that the midfield is not doing enough to recover the ball effectively. This disconnect between the lines is leaving Madrid vulnerable, and it's an area that needs urgent fixing if they want to regain their form. Ancelotti on whether it is a mental problem. Interestingly, Ancelotti dismissed the idea that the team's struggles are mental. He believes that the players are training well and that the lack of results is not due to a lack of character or attitude. Instead, he suggested that sometimes in football, teams go through phases where they can't find their rhythm, and this is one of those times for Real Madrid. However, he emphasized that this can't be an excuse, and the team must quickly find a way to be as strong and forceful as they were last season. Lastly, Ancelotti on finding the solution. Ancelotti was clear in taking responsibility for the team's current issues. He stated that it's his job as the coach to find the solution, not the players. Ancelotti is confident that he will restore the team's solidity and ensure that they start playing well again. This accountability is exactly what you want to hear from a manager, but the question remains, how quickly can Ancelotti turn things around? Wrapping up, Ancelotti's comments reflect a deep understanding of the problems plaguing Real Madrid at the moment. He's taken responsibility and is committed to finding a solution, but with the season already underway, time is of the essence. Real Madrid can't afford to keep dropping points, and Ancelotti knows that better than anyone. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to InsideRMCF for more in-depth Real Madrid analysis.